There was quite a reaction to the piece that I did on Asperger's. I didn't realize how many people out there may be concerned with this for themselves or a loved one or a family member or friend or maybe someone that you work with. It's a huge issue. I've observed it for years as I was leading mostly technical groups, but also working with people to basically prepare for presentations. And you could see the separation between their technical side and their ability to connect with their own emotions and feelings and express them. Not that they weren't having them, because I believe that they were. So I wanted to speak a little bit more about the reclassification, which I just discovered as I was preparing for that last video that I did on Asperger's, that had been melded with autism in the professional categorizations that affect insurance and treatment, and a lot of the stigma around some of these seemingly maybe disorders, as they're termed by most of society. So let me speak to that. I'm Roach, Mark Roach. I'm here to offer some different perspectives on life, on your uniqueness, hopefully to bring peace and people to a better life, better understanding of each other. So in talking about the reclassification of Asperger's syndrome as part of the Autism Spectrum Disorder, ASD, in diagnostic manuals like DSM-5 has had several implications for support and treatment for individuals previously diagnosed with Asperger's. One, the unified diagnosis. By folding Asperger's into ASD, the diagnostic criteria aim to recognize a spectrum of autism, which theoretically should lead to more inclusive support systems. However, this has also led to concerns about losing the specific identity associated with Asperger's, which many felt was distinct in terms of supporting the needs and social understanding. Number two, support and services. The integration into ASD might have streamlined services for some, as it allows for a broader application of autism-related support services. However, there's a sentiment reflected in online discussions and some studies that this reclassification might not always serve the needs of those who were previously diagnosed with Asperger's. For instance, individuals might find that support services are less tailored to their specific needs, which historically were seen less severe or differently focused. An example would be social skills versus more intensive behavioral interventions. Number three, stigma and perception. There's mixed evidence on whether this change has increased or decreased stigma. Some argue that being under the autism umbrella might increase stigma due to broader societal perceptions of autism, while others believe it helps in normalizing autism as a spectrum, potentially reducing stigma by fostering wider understanding and acceptance. 4. Access to resources. The reclassification could either broaden access to resources by including individuals under one diagnostic category, or complicate it if services are not adjusted to cater for the spectrum's diversity. For example, there's concern that high-functioning individuals, formerly Asperger's, might be overlooked in favor of those with more visible needs, or conversely, might not receive the nuanced support they require. 5. Identity and self-perception. For many with Asperger's, there was a sense of identity tied to the diagnosis. The reclassification has led to discussions about identity loss where individuals feel their unique experiences are not fully acknowledged within the broader autism diagnosis. This could affect self-esteem and how they seek or accept support. 6, research and treatment approach. With the reclassification, there's an ongoing debate about whether research and treatment approaches adequately address the needs of all on the spectrum. Some worry that specific research into what was Asperger's might diminish, affecting tailored interventions. From online sentiments and academic discussions about the support for the reclassification, some see it as beneficial for creating a more unified approach to autism, potentially improving overall awareness and resource allocation. But the critics say that others, including those directly affected, express frustration over the potential loss of specialized support, the dilution of identity, and concerns over whether the new diagnosis genuinely captures the diversity of needs within what was once Asperger's. So it looks like the reclassification aims for inclusivity and might have streamlined certain support services, but it's also introduced complexities into how support is tailored, perceived, and accessed. The impact varies widely, with some feeling more integrated and supported, while others feel specific needs are less recognized or met. This reflects broader discussions on neurodiversity, where the challenge lies in balancing general support with individual needs within a spectrum disorder. I'm Roach, Mark Roach, wishing you all the best.